she is back here with the flowers as we suspected. It's kind of creepy, right? Just how much of in a trance she is right now. Prowl, talk to me. Oh, she's gonna touch the flower. She's picking a flower. Oh. Uh-huh.
For you. The spell will keep it from wilting.
Oh, that's a nice spell to have. Actually, I was gonna say, it seems like an essential spell if you get into the, you know, the flower business. But if you were in the flower business, you would want the flowers that you give to die eventually so the customer comes back. Otherwise, they wouldn't have need for your business again. Like, ponder that thought.
She said you would need it for the journey ahead.
She said you would need it for the journey ahead. She, Hydaelyn.
Will you speak with her now? I cannot hope to match Minfilia's clarity, of course, but...
Oh, she's gonna, like, channel herself through Cryo. Yeah, she was getting those headaches. Like, we knew, you know, she was hearing, like, Filia again. Oh.
Thank you.
That's kind of creepy, I'm not gonna lie. I have the same reaction.
Do not worry. She has lent me her body for only a moment.
Hearing this voice coming out of Cryo's body is a little unnerving.
It is in the depths of the ethereal sea, the place to which all life returns, where my influence is greatest.
Dude, 100% Final Fantasy X vibes from this track. Yeah. Dude, that track is good. Yeah.
After Minfilia's sacrifice on the first, it was to the sea, here in the source, where I ferried her soul. I wish that gentle spirit to find rest in the world she loved so well.
Oh. Dang, her soul went back here. Or at least, you know, the ethereal sea here on the source.
Her. And another who may yet have a part to play. Though that will depend on you.
Nani?
Take the flower. Walk free.
Walk free.
You are free. To go where you wish.
Walk free.
To believe what you will. That bloom will be your guide. Test and proof of your conviction.
Oh, see, I'm telling you, there's gonna be a market for the mood flowers, right? That'll be our pitch. This bloom will be your guide. Test your proof, or test and prove your conviction.
In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow.
I feel like I'm in Lord of the Rings, and Galadriel is giving me like I forget what it's called, like the evening star, like the light of the star or whatever. Like, here, take this light in the darkness, like use it for light.
Together, raise it aloft and let it shine till the end, blinding and radiant.
Together, raise it aloft and let it shine. Together. Oh, that too, the necklace. Yeah, Aragon's necklace is also. But does it glow?
That was all too brief. Already she seems so far away.
I think inherently his necklace had like a glow, but you couldn't channel it. Maybe you could, but I don't think Aragorn ever like channeled it to like shine light, right? I really like the idea that like there were souls in the flower. It still could be, and she was like hearing like individual like, you know, ether souls, but it was Hydaelyn trying to reach her via the flower, right? The flower is like a conduit of ether and energy and emotion. Oh, I still gotta go on Spotify and you mentioned there's some tracks on there. It'd be cool if they had like everything on there. I want to listen to those.
Yes, we are definitely making progress.
Hell yeah.
You can't be serious. We've done nothing wrong.
Oh, but did we get caught? He snitched on us. That dude at the top. These guys give me Heavensward vibes. The holy sea vibe. Oh, it's father. Papalfino. Papalise.
Master Fortuno, what business has the Forum with us?
Obstruction and suppression, apparently.
Yo, this is like more. I mean, it's evil music. I associate all evil music with Ashians, but the Ashians had the creepier one. But this is like kind of the generic evil one. But I still associate it with the Ashians.
Mistress Baldessian, our records show you facilitated the Scions' entrance into Sharlayan by claiming them as assistants for your organization.
They definitely look more cultish and creepy with these robes and hats and everything.
We received word from an Archean custodian.
Yeah, it was that custodian dude. He snitched on us.
A group operating under the auspices of the students, skulking about Labyrinthos and engaging in clandestine behavior.
Yeah, let's be real. Especially the Palm. You know, we don't look like students.
With the world in chaos, we, the true caretakers of wisdom, have committed ourselves to an undertaking that demands the utmost discretion. And we will not risk its success by turning a blind eye to disruptive foreign elements in our midst.
I'm still banking on it's their duty to, you know, bring mankind to to save mankind via relocating, to save mankind from Armageddon by avoiding Armageddon, evading it.
Forum will convene to examine your case. The results of said inquiry will determine your future in this city. As for your absent companion, he has already been detained.
Graha! But why? Is reading a crime now, too?
At first I was like, wait, Thancred Urianger? Oh, Graha, I forgot about him.
Reading is encouraged, celebrated even. Not, however, of the volumes shelved in the restricted section of the library.
My man, he did it. Good shit, man. I hope he learned something. Just imagine in like an academic place like Sharlayan, where all these book nerds are, bookworms. Like, that's truly one of the biggest sins you could commit. Reading from the restricted section of the library. Like, how could you ever? That is taboo. Yo, yeah, Harry Potter. Harry Potter had the restricted library thing going on. Game of Thrones had a restricted library thing going on. I'm sure there's some things, some other shows and movies I'm forgetting. But you know, that's where you gotta go. You gotta go to the restricted section of the library to get your information.
But enough. This is not the place for debate. The rostra await.
All right. Yeah, I'm getting Holy See vibes from these guys. Dang, this is like happening like right now. Oh, there he is. It's Graha. All right, was I right? Was Papalphinote sitting? Who's sitting here in that section? He doesn't have a headdress thing on. He must be important.
Forgive me. I was careless.
Papalphinote is sitting in that inner section of the spiral there. We called it.
We would have been detained regardless. This way, at least, we managed to stay together.
Dude, there's so much reverb on their voice for how loud they're speaking here. Like, theoretically, with this much reverb, theoretically, everyone else, you know, they're speaking at a volume that everyone else in this chamber can hear them at.
I trust your time within the Forbidden Archives was well spent.
Oh yeah, he learned some things. He learned some things.
The forum will come to order.
Did Corral put her hood down? Oh look, she. Okay, he seems important, right? Because he doesn't have one of these, but she also doesn't have one of these hats on. But I'm assuming it's just because of her anatomy here. They also have an empty.
Now in session as speaker-elect, I will be presiding over the day's proceedings.
Wait. In the last scene, I thought there was an empty seat, but it wasn't empty. There was a Lalafell sitting there, but the Lalafell could not see over the little desk. All you could see was the top of the Lalafell's hat. They didn't even give the Lalafell a booster seat or anything.
As you are all aware, we recently denied Eorzea's request for Sharlayan assistance.
You did? Because you got some grand scheme to ditch us all.
Since then, certain individuals dissatisfied with our decision have taken it upon themselves to interfere with our work.
Technically, we helped your work. We captured some hornbills and mice and things like that to help you out here.
They entered our nation masquerading as associates of the students of Baldessian. But these malcontents are better known as the scions of the Seventh.
She took her hood off. Have we ever seen Kral without her hood? Dude, her hair is like hella long and she's got it all like scrunched up right there. This is the first time hoodless. Oh.
These militants wield influence with both the Eorzean and Eastern alliances, and are inextricably involved with the crises presently afflicting the world at large.
Okay, well, yeah, we're trying to prevent the crisis, that's why.
Loose in our city, these warmongers sought to meddle with and expose matters of state secret. What are they if not a dire threat to be expelled?
You know, yeah, see, Vieira's, they can't wear the hats because they have those ears. All the bunnies here don't have the hats.
You have tarnished the good name of the students. Galuf would be ashamed.
Who are you? Outspoken counselor? I didn't catch your name.
Galuf Baldessian was never one to forsake his fellow man. Even if this nation closed every door and retreated from the world, he would have found a way to help the Scions, help every soul of this star fight back against the coming doom.
Yeah. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Or are you so preoccupied with your momentous duty of an age long past that even the end of the world is unworthy of your attention?
Okay, I stand corrected. This dude doesn't have a hat, or this lady doesn't have a hat either. Oh, wait, right here. Look. See, look, there's our Vieira girl, but look, there's the Lalafell right there. He or she can't see. How they can't even see what's happening. Look at that. I feel like we're kind of in like Star Wars within the Senate room where they have you probably haven't seen this, but they have like, it's you know, a circular dome and all the Senate members and, you know, all politicians are sitting in their little sections.
The positions of neutrality in war and the accumulation of knowledge above all else appear constant and consistent, the unchanging pillars of Sharlayan society. And once upon a time, I might have left it at that. These days, however, I am more attuned to the subtleties of governance, and so I noticed something odd.
Man, it's so good to have Graha here on our side, because Graha, not only does he have like foresight for the future, or of a timeline future, but he's just like a smart dude. He has all the Allag like knowledge like programmed into him.
From a particular point in time, the purpose of these policies shifted.
It's awesome to have him, yeah. And then we got Estinian, we got some brawn, we got some brain and brawn.
The most conspicuous and telling change was the one which befell Labyrinthos. Once little more than an oversized storehouse, an enormous allocation of funds saw it transformed into an advanced research and archival facility.
I'm curious, like, how strong are the Forum members in like combat, magic combat, whatever combat they decide, assuming, you know, mostly some magic based ones since they're all academic like this. But I'm very curious, like Papalfino, has he got some fight in him?
I also discovered a fascinating account on the finances of our Dravanian colony. The settlement attracted students from far and wide, and the connections and tuition fees thus acquired were funneled into further improvements for the archives.
Okay, yeah, so they've been beefing up the dome.
Returning to the matter of when, our change in course appears to have been made some 270 years ago.
I was gonna say, this is where they're, you know, the citizens' tax money is going to. They think it's, you know, they think it's being used to build the roads, but it's funding the bubble beneath the city. I'm assuming 270 years ago there was some sort of calamity.
The very same period when Sharlayan scholars in the hinterlands began a formal study of the ethereal sea.
Or that. Of course I knew that.
You found something, did you not? And whatever it was, gave rise to your oh so important duty.
Is the ethereal sea like another word for space? Like, are they kind of the same? Like, do the ethereal spirits reside in space, like the stars and things like that, or is this more of a metaphysical? Yeah, also important duties.
Mind your tongue, Archon. If you had seen...
He's getting force choked. This is like Star Wars. You think it's more metaphysical?
We are bound by a duty we cannot ignore.
Did he just get force choked? Like a la Darth Vader? Who choked him?
We will never choose the way of the sword. We will fulfill our mission not through strife and bloodshed, but survival. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
So we've kind of like half answered the question of what they're doing. Well, the other side of the question is like we know they want to survive. Where are they gonna go? To the ethereal sea? Through it? Is that if it's space, the moon?
Do as you must, then. But we Scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Yes, we will. Until the last expansion.
Such misguided zeal.
Speak up. Speak up, boy.
Father, Master Fortuno.
Alright, here comes the Alpha No politician motivational speech here.
I fail to understand the stance you have elected to take. But by the same token, I have yet to find a compelling argument to counter the challenge you put to us in Gridania.
Tell him.
Still, in the midst of my uncertainty,
Oh.
I must trust in myself to do what is right, as others have chosen to trust in me.
Him and Fordol, they're gonna have a great life together. He's gonna find. They even hinted he's gonna do something to continue the good fight. Arnvald's a bro.
So I will continue, as I always have, weighing the consequences of my every action, and allowing my hope for the future to inform my decisions.
Well said.
That's quite enough. Have you all forgotten the reason for this assembly?
Alright, this guy looks pretty important too. Like the beard and the mustache. Looks very distinguished.
Skolok Monteshane. He's the head of the studium and an old friend of my grandfather's.
Oh. Monteshane.
By their own admission, these Scions have resolved to fight alongside the Eorzean nations against the doom which swift approaches.
So if he was a friend of their grandfather, of Louis Soir, he might hold some of the same. Remember they said the forum was split into like two kind of political ones, like the ones who, against intervention and things like that, and the other one who was a little more like open. Louis Soir was part of that group who, he intervened, right? So he might be a little more, open to that.
There exists no evidence of an attempt to incite our citizens to do the same.
To be fair, I did try to spread the good word at the cafe or whatever. But don't tell anyone that.
While our decision may well have been the correct one, we cannot simply bull our way through these disagreements without inviting doubts or objections.
I like this guy.
Put yourselves in their place. Who among you would leave a tome unopened if an elder forbid you read it with no reason given?
Man. Steven. The cool guy.
Keeping such concerns in mind, I propose we enforce the following measures. Until further notice, the students of Baldesion are to cease any and all activities within the domain of Sharlayan.
Well, good thing we're gonna go check out one of these evil towers after this. See, this is where they tell us like no more investigating, and we're like, hey, Thancred, go do some investigating.
Let us put this judgment to a vote. All in favor? Raise your hand.
I'm curious. How unanimous is this gonna be? Is everyone raising their hand? No. 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 Not everyone. Yeah. Oh, this guy. This guy didn't raise his hand either. He didn't raise her hand.
51 for and 48 against. The proposal is passed.
Was that the numerical split of the two political sides here? I forget. They talked about it. They said the side that was more conservative outnumbered a little bit the other side.
Students, scions, you have heard the forum's judgment. Pray abide by it, or face the consequences.
So the other side is kind of saying like by not voting yay for that, they're like keep investigating, like spread the truth or something, right? Kind of. I mean, kind of insinuating maybe, right? You think with these outfits in the world of Final Fantasy for like the cat girls and boys, like they have to like, do they make a pre-cut hole for their tail, or once you buy the outfit you got to make your own hole for your tail? Because if you made a pre-cut hole, then that's a whole new SKU you have to account for and manage through the product life cycle, right?